Good afternoon, teacher. Happy
Good,
New Year.
good afternoon, Miss Kim. Happy New Year to you too. How was your holiday?
How to say? It's got a long holiday and very tiring.
Long and tiring, really. I thought that you wanted a long holiday so that you can like travel to many places, do many things you like without being worried about your job or your study.
Oh no, actually, I never worry about my job and my study when the normal time. But normally in holiday, I always busy with many things to do. With, how to say? Uh, Many small things to do for my husband.
Oh,
So
small things to
yeah,
do for your husband. Okay.
yeah.
So, what did you do on Christmas and New Year?
Christmas we welcome my husband's staff, and because Singapore they don't allow uh, gathering more than 5 people per time per day. So because my husband he has like quite many staff, so they have to separate many days to come and party almost every day.
Oh my God, almost every day.
Yeah.
Oh, so did you have to do all the cooking?
No, we order online. Only thing I have to do is just sit there and smile with them.
Oh
And
my God.
yeah, we drinking. We have fun. Like yeah, but
Yeah, I see, I see. So how many
yes.
parties could you remember? How many parties could you remember that you and your husband organized?
For our house around not many, but sometimes we have to go to his people, how to say, his staff house. So
Ah,
I couldn't remember. Sometimes for lunch, sometimes for just finish lunch, we have to go to other place for dinner. Yeah.
oh my
I
God,
have to run.
that is so busy. That is so busy.
And the funny thing is, I want to share with you because my English not very good, but I'm kind of very confident when I talk. I can anyhow talk, and people they sometimes they have the bad how to say bad influence by me.
Influence.
Sometimes I say the wrong thing, and they how to say
They
uh
copy you.
yeah, no, they automatically they become like talk wrong thing with me. Like they thought I said right thing, and then they just follow me to talk
Uh,
everything
so
in the
like
wrong way.
So like you become their bad influences, right? You
Yeah.
become their bad influence. Okay.
Yeah.
Or like you can say, you did not you did not set a good example.
Oh yeah,
Like
I
something
did
like
not
this.
set
Yeah. I did not set a good example. Không có làm gương, không làm gương tốt, hoặc là kiểu như là
yeah.
okay, right. They like how do you say? Mm, they went with my flow, something like that. They
Yeah.
went with my flow. They went with the flow. Went with the
Yeah.
flow. Okay. Wow, sounds very interesting. It's okay. Your English is actually not very bad. It is enough to make conversation in daily life problems, right?
Yeah, but I know that for them they quite very good in English because they do sell. So yeah, their English very good. But I don't know why I become their bad influence. I feel bad.
Eh, I don't know. Maybe because they like talking to you. So like I don't know, just in the moment, in that moment,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
didn't think straight, they
that
didn't
moment,
think
yeah.
straight, so they just follow your
Yeah.
influence. Wow. Sounds like you had a great holiday. Did you enjoy it?
And yes, I did enjoy it. Just like what I say, it's what tired. How to say it's what tiring.
Yeah. To describe something's characteristic, you say verb ing, but if you want to describe your feeling, it is verb ed.
So if I want to say it was tiring, or I say I was tiring. No, I was tired.
That's right, you were tired, but the parties were tiring. The correct one. Good job. Okay, so what did you do on New Year?
New Year. Oh, because 31st of December is our wedding anniversary. So we
Oh,
had the romantic dinner. Um, then we come back home early because this year New Year Eve in the normally in Marina Bay Sands every year they will New Year Eve they will have the very how to say beautiful firework, but this year don't have. And then
oh,
yeah,
they cancel the fireworks because of
yeah, they can do the
COVID-19, right?
firework. So we just finish dinner and come back home and drink a bit of champagne.
Okay, we say champagne, not champagne. It's champagne.
Champagne.
No, no, not James. Champagne.
Champagne.
That's right. It is the same as the SH sound.
Oh,
Champagne.
champagne. Oh,
That's
champagne.
right, champagne. Ở đây là cái
Yeah,
âm
why
âm
not?
đây là mặc dù là bắt đầu bằng chữ CH nhưng mà cái âm phát âm của nó là âm âm sh. Champagne. Right, just like when you pronounce the word she, just like when you pronounce the word she champagne, she drinks champagne.
Cheering champagne.
That's right, good job. So the word champagne is pronounced
Oh,
not champagne. Like the more you know.
champagne. Teacher, how about your holiday?
Ooh, about my holiday. How do I say? So everybody went out on Christmas with their lovers except for me. I mean,
Oh, how about your best friends? They are couple.
so I have a group of friends I had in university. So we're still friends until now. Two of them's already like there are four of us. There are four of us. Me with the other three girls. So two of them's already had lovers. So already had their lovers to join them on Christmas. The other girl was a workaholic, so she worked all the time, so that just
Oh,
left me. I stayed at home alone without anything to do.
but you will but you how to say this you go to the church and with
Ah,
like dinner with your family. I miss that's how to say
you you
holiday in Vietnam.
oh, you bet that's kind of holiday. Well, yes, we did had a small party with our how to say our grandmother at our grandmother house. So all of our
Yeah,
relatives are gathered at our grandmother's house to
yeah,
celebrate Christmas. It was kind of
yeah.
fun. But then, well, because we were all grown up, so all of us cousins don't really talk to each other that much.
Oh,
Right, so
I see.
when we used to be young and innocent, we played with each other very well, but then all of us
Ah,
just kind of grew up, so yeah, some of us got married, some of us got lovers, got friends, so we did all the children in the house didn't
mm,
gather like at all, just some of us came.
ah,
Yeah,
I see.
so it's not the first time I've experienced the kind of Christmas and New Year's like that. It's just that Christmas and New Year's have been something that is very normal to me. I try to watch the fireworks before at New Year's Eve, but then I kind of forgot it. It was so normal that I forgot it. Yeah, yeah.
Really, where did you see the firework?
On the top of my house, on the top of my house.
Oh, you mean you from your house you can see the from the how to say this where the place they play firework.
Yeah. So
Wow.
so it's not actually a big firework display. So from the balcony at the back of my house, you go there and you can see sort of three places that they shoot fireworks separately. The one in the front, the one on the right, and the one on the left. They're just small firework displays from individuals. As like
Yeah.
from a small group of people, they just want to celebrate New Year's on their own. But from my place, I can see all the views. It's quite good. It's quite
Yeah.
good. But uh, sadly, this year, the government banned all kind of firework displays.
Oh yeah.
So
I feel like the government firework is really powerful.
of course, every time. Like when I was in university or every New Year's, my friends asked me, "Hey, would you like to go to the countdown party with us?" And I was like, "No, I like the fireworks, but I don't want to go to the countdown party because too many people, too crowded. I don't like that."
Oh, I see, I see.
Have you ever have you ever gone to a countdown party for New Year?
For this year, no.
Or is
But
it no?
other years, yeah, how to say?
Oh, you
I did the test you asked me to do. The what test? Oh, I don't know what I am, but the how to say? I find out that I'm not that very introvert. I mean,
really?
I just introvert to the people I don't really want to talk. And
Oh,
then I still love party. I find out, oh no, I'm already. How come I see my Facebook for 5 years ago, even 10 years ago, I was so playful and I miss that moment. I say, oh no, how come I'm so old now?
it's not that you're old, you have become a housewife, you have become a housewife. So so you have to put your family first, right? You have to put your family first. Like
And then,
if you have chances, you will go to party, you definitely will go to party.
yeah, and I will go like some of my friends they ask me go for party, but I reject this because I always find to explain that because I'm introvert, I don't want to mix with people. Don't want to meet people, but actually depend.
Okay. Right. Thank you so much for sharing me all the stories you had on Christmas and New Year's. So let's try our best to study the lesson today. It's quite long. I will try my best to be as quick as possible. Remember, if you have free time, just always look at the next lesson in the files. Okay, I gave you the files already.
Yep, I got it.
Right. Okay. So this week we still study 5 days per week, right?
Yep.
Okay, like let's speed run. Let's speed run the whole lesson.
Mm.
Right. Okay, welcome to expanding day 3. The topic we will study today is about how to reschedule a meeting. So the last time we studied 2 units. The first one is about organizing a meeting, right? Organizing a meeting, scheduling a meeting. And the second one is how to make a plan, how to organize a meeting through emails. Now we will go to the part where we have to reschedule a meeting. So can you tell me when will we reschedule a meeting?
The meeting is canceled, so we have to reschedule.
The meeting is canceled or some of us cannot come to the meeting. That is when a meeting has to be rescheduled, right? Some meetings are very important, like that it requires all the members have to be present. If one of them is not present, we have to reschedule a meeting. So do you think, so in your opinion, how many days before the meeting day should we reschedule a meeting? How many days or how many hours before the actual meeting should we reschedule it?
For reschedule, I think less than 3 days.
Less than 3 days should be perfect, right? Okay, less than 3 days should be perfect. So that is the ideal time. But in reality, they only require you to cancel the meeting within 24 hours, at least 24 hours
Oh,
before the meeting. I have been in that situation. So sometimes the reschedule was so sudden that like 3 hours before the real meeting they're just like, oh, I cannot come to the meeting today, let's change.
oh.
Right. So it's also happened between you and me in our classes, right? Like 1 hour before the class, both of us were like, no, not today. So
Yeah, I
yeah,
got it.
Yeah, so our classes were like quite informal, but for formal meetings, you should spend you should plan ahead. At least 3 days is very ideal, but sometimes it can be as difficult as 24 hours before the meeting. Right. So let's go through some vocabulary of this task. Right. We have some phrases here, very useful. Take care of. So normally you use the word take care of to talk about caring for people's health, right? Right. So this phrase can actually be used for doing other stuff too. Be responsible or to deal with situation or task. Cái này giống như là mình nói trong tiếng Việt á, là để em lo cái chuyện này cho, để em lo cái chuyện này cho, thì cái chữ take care of này nó cũng là lo cái chuyện này đó hay là giải quyết, take care of. Right. So for example, in a meeting, I was like, who would like to be in charge of the budget? And nobody raises their hand. And then Miss Kim was like, I'll take care of it, right? I will take care of the budget. Em sẽ lo cái vụ budget. Right. So that is the word, the phrase take care of. You can actually use take care of outside of the meeting context, like you can take care of the house, take care of the kitchen, take care of the food. It all means the same. Right. Stick to something. So when you see the phrase stick to something, what is the first thing that comes to your mind?
Like don't give up.
Don't give up, quite close. Stick to something means to follow the plan without changing or without giving up. Right. Stick to something. You have to follow the plan until the end, or you follow your own idea. Right. So for example, in a meeting, all the members were debating about some of their ideas, right? There was side A and side B, right? Side A stick to their opinion. Also, side B wants to stick to their opinions. They want to follow the plan. They don't want to change anything. But side A was like, no, we need to change. And I want to stick to my ideas that we need to change. Right, stick to something, gọi như là kiên quyết với vấn đề gì đó. Kiên quyết với vấn đề gì đó. Right. Okay, so this word is very simple. I would like you to repronounce this because we studied it last time. Can you say it?
Schedule.
Schedule. Very good. So in British English, this word is pronounced schedule. British English. Share.
Schedule.
That's right, schedule. But usually, I think normally American English is more convenient. So just say schedule.
Schedule.
Okay. Right. When to send an email to reschedule a meeting, right? So we discussed it at the beginning of the class that when should we reschedule a meeting? You said at least 3 days before the actual meeting, right? Right. But that is the ideal time, right? So now is the time when you look at the reason why you should reschedule a meeting. You're not feeling well. Okay, both of us already did this, right? Both of us already felt like that. Right. You're behind schedule due to personal reason such as transportation issue. So you see the phrase behind schedule here, Just like today's situation. Our meeting is supposed to be at 2 p.m., right? But then you want to change to 2:15 p.m. because you had a transportation problem. You had a traffic problem. You could not come to the meeting on time. That is behind schedule. Chậm lệch. Behind schedule. Chậm lệch. Right. You can use this word in more situations like in the project of something when you said you're behind schedule, mình bị chậm lịch rồi, tức là những cái quá trình, những cái hành động mà mình làm, những cái chi tiết mà mình đang quản lý nó đều không đi theo đúng tiến độ đặt ra mà nó bị chậm đi. Vậy thì đây sẽ là behind schedule. Ví dụ như em bảo là please give me the budget plan on this Sunday. But then you said, I'm sorry, boss, I am behind schedule. Can I give it to you on Tuesday instead? That is behind schedule. Right. We have the word issue. Can you say it? Issue.
Issue.
Issue is like matters. It's like problems. So in general, it is vấn đề. Right. So you're behind schedule due to personal reasons such as transportation and issue. Due to means because of. Due to means because of. Vậy thì ở đây nó đang nói là cái lý do mà mình sẽ rời cuộc hẹn, xin rời cuộc hẹn là bởi vì chậm lịch, bởi lý do cá nhân, giống như là vấn đề di chuyển, đúng không? Vấn đề di chuyển, mình bị trễ giờ hẹn do giao thông. Right. You need to attend to an urgent workplace matter. Urgent là khẩn cấp. Workplace matter là mình phải tham dự một cái vấn đề khẩn cấp gì đó ở ngay chỗ làm. Right. Attend to means you go to that place or you have to be present at an event. Attend to. Right. There was an error when scheduling. There was an error when scheduling. This happens a lot if you don't if you are not careful when emailing when you're scheduling through email, right? So for example, we're supposed to meet on Tuesday at 2 p.m. but like when you send in the email, you said Tuesday 3 p.m. That is not right. Right? So before that, you have to reschedule everything. You need more time to prepare all the necessary information. This has happened to me before. My student, we were supposed to have a class with another student on Monday, but she was like, "No, teacher, I haven't seen the textbook, so please give me another day." Right? So we had to reschedule our class. Right. Why it is acceptable to send a reschedule request via email. Via ở đây là thông qua. Right. If the meeting time is close, you might also want to consider other methods of communication to ensure the message is received. Right. Tức là ở đây nó đang nói là mình có thể gửi cái thông tin xin rời lịch họp qua email được, và nó là một điều nên làm, một điều rất là tốt. Nhưng mà giả sử như nó cận giờ họp quá mà hình như là không gửi email được, người ta không có kịp mở ra coi ấy, thì mình phải sử dụng các cái phương tiện giao tiếp khác, ví dụ như là phone, right? Or messenger on Facebook or Zalo, because they always use their phone. It is easier that way. Right. Phải đảm bảo rằng họ nhận được thông tin ngay lập tức thì hãy sử dụng những cái phương tiện khác nó khẩn cấp hơn. Right. How to reschedule a meeting professionally using email. When drafting an email that requests to reschedule, it should include the following part. Rồi, lúc nào làm email dù bất cứ một vấn đề gì cả, mình cũng phần có một phần gọi là greeting, phần chào hỏi. Phần chào hỏi này sẽ bao gồm là dear sir, madam, hoặc là kính gửi tên người nào đó. Rồi sau đó là tới cái request to reschedule. Rồi, là yêu cầu được rời lịch này, mình sẽ đề cập đến vấn đề là tại sao mình rời lịch, đúng không ạ? Rồi, tại sao mình rời lịch. Rồi sau đó đến có availability. Availability này nó là danh từ của chữ available. Available là có sẵn hoặc là đang trống lịch. Vậy thì mình sẽ nói xem những cái khung giờ mà mình đang trống, đưa ra cái lựa chọn để họ có thể chọn. Right. So you should tell them when you are free and when should be great to hold another meeting, to reschedule a meeting. Right. Conclusion. Right. Conclusion. So cái này thì nó sẽ không có conclude cái thời gian họp được, bởi vì mình đang nói là mình để cho người ta quyết định coi là giờ họp là khi nào, mà vậy cái conclusion là kết luận, là nhắc lại rằng đây là vấn đề quan trọng cho nên là cần phải có một cuộc họp khác, hoặc là kết luận rằng chúng ta sẽ gặp nhau thông qua Facebook hay là Messenger hay là Zalo gì đấy. Còn thời gian thì sau khi bạn xác nhận với tôi thời gian rảnh để có thể họp của bạn, tôi sẽ sắp xếp và gửi cho bạn một email khác, đúng không ạ? Và cuối cùng là chữ ký tên của mình. Right. Is this part easy to understand?
I understand, just not easy for me to do it.
Not easy for you to do it. Okay. Remember. Do you remember all the parts? You remember all the parts? Just need to practice a little bit so that you can get used to writing an email.
Yep.
Right. Okay. open the email. Now, so when you're in the greeting part, here's how you do it. Open the email with a brief greeting. Brief ở đây là gì? Brief ở đây là ngắn gọn, xúc tích. Rồi hãy mở lời bằng một cái lời chào ngắn gọn, xúc tích. Address the meeting recipient. Cái này là một cái cụm hơi nâng cao B1B2 một chút xíu. Tức là ở đây address này không phải là địa chỉ, mà ở đây là xưng hô với người nhận thư như thế nào. For example, I always call you Miss Kim, right? That is how I address you. Đó, mình xưng hô với người nhận như thế nào. Right, so you should address the recipient. Recipient is the one who receives the email. Right? Cái như xưng hô với họ như thế nào, tức là mình dear sir, dear madam, dear Mr. or Mrs. Right. In the greeting part, you might also mention the upcoming meeting to remind the recipient of the details. Rồi, including the day and time. Rồi, tức là mình sẽ phải nhắc đến cái cuộc họp sắp tới mà bị hủy, đúng không ạ? Mình phải nhắc đến, mình phải tổng quát cái vấn đề đã. Tổng quát cái vấn đề là tại sao mình lại viết cái thư này. Rồi, gửi ghép. I'm writing to you regarding our policy meeting on February at 3 p.m. Rồi, gửi ghép. Tôi viết thư này để nói về chuyện cái cuộc họp chính sách diễn ra vào ngày mùng 2 tháng 2 lúc 2:30. Đây là cái câu mở đầu rất là đơn giản. Mình chào hỏi họ rồi mình nói cái mục đích của cái email này là gì. Rồi cái này chỉ là cái câu mở đầu của cái mục đích thôi nha. Còn cái vế sau thì nó sẽ vào cái phần mà request to reschedule. Đúng không ạ? Mục đích của cái email. Mục đích của cái email. It is important to make your request to reschedule as clear as possible. Rồi tức là đưa ra cái lý do mà mình rời cuộc họp, rời lịch họp càng cụ thể càng tốt. Như vậy thì họ sẽ dễ thông cảm và sao? Và nghe nó có tính thuyết phục cao hơn. Và nó không làm mất đi cái tính chuyên nghiệp của mình. Rồi. For example, unfortunately, my manager scheduled an urgent budget meeting at this time, and I will need to reschedule, right? Okay. I am unable to meet today due to a family health matter that I must attend to. Right. Remember, you always have to address, like you have to express your problems with very formal words and sentences. Right. Rồi, mình nhắc lại là ở phần mở đầu mình đang có cái câu mà gửi ai đó, rồi sau đó nói cho mình biết mục đích của cái email này là gì, là mình muốn đề cập đến cái cuộc họp diễn ra vào ngày nào đó, vào lúc nào đó, rồi chuyện gì liên quan đến cuộc họp đấy mình mới bắt đầu kể lể rằng tâm sự rằng là thật không may là mình có những vấn đề này cho nên là mình phải rời cái cuộc họp, đúng không ạ? Right, okay. Rồi, availability. Đây, your next step should be finding a new time for the meeting. Đây chính là lúc mà mình đề cập đến cái khung giờ, những cái khung giờ rảnh khác trong email để mình biết, để mình cho họ biết là mình có thể họp với họ vào những giờ này. Nếu như bạn rảnh, nếu như họ rảnh giờ nào thì hãy chọn cái khung giờ đó và xác nhận trong cái email sắp tới. Right. If you have potential reschedule date ready, ask the recipient if they are available at that time. Rồi cái này thì mình về nhà đọc lại giúp em nhé chị nhé. Right. If you have any words that you don't understand, you can ask me.
I have a question.
Yes.
Like, if someone asks me, how do I address you or how can I address you? So I tell them my name or what?
Your surname. It's up to you. It's like when they ask you how should I call you or how should I address you, you tell them your gender and then you tell them whether you like to be called with your surname or whether you like to be called by your first name. For example, if you ask me how can I call you, right? I don't want so much formality, so I'm just say please call me Chi. You can call me Chi, right? Right. And if they want to be clear on the gender, please tell them you can call me Miss Kim, something like that. You can call me Miss Kim.
Thank you.
Right. Okay. Or you can say I prefer female pronouns. I prefer female pronouns là những cái đại từ xưng hô dành cho phái nữ. So in the modern day, pronouns are very important because they want to express their how do you say? They want to express their can I say the word sexuality? Sexuality,
Yes.
xu hướng tính dục. They want to express their sexuality in the correct way. So sometimes they don't want to be addressed as a male or as a female. They want to be addressed as someone in the middle. So they prefer neutral pronoun.
Oh.
They prefer neutral pronoun. So you don't call them a miss or a mister, right? You don't call them a miss or a mister. You just call them with their name. And then when you talk about them, you use the pronoun they.
Okay.
Yeah, for example, I have a friend who believe that she's bisexual and she doesn't want to be called a girl or she or her. So so sometimes when I talk, sometimes when she talk, they see that I'm calling her a she again. Okay, so so whenever they want to share about the sexuality, they just want that they just want to express that please don't call me a girl or she or her, just call me they them. They are neutral pronouns or genderless pronoun. Right. So please tell them, well, what would you like to be called? Would you like to be called Miss or Mr. or just your name? Right. Just if you want to be casual without formality, just say, please call me Kim or please call me like Miss and then add your surname.
Yep.
Right. How do people address each other names in Singapore? Do they address you with your last name or your first name?
They address me with my middle name Kim.
Oh, Kim is your middle name?
Yes.
Okay. I think it is because it is easier to pronounce than your first name, right?
Yes.
Okay, right. I see. It's okay. It's up to your preference. Like whatever you like, just tell them whatever you like because it is more comfortable that way. Right. So for example, sometimes I would like foreigner to call me by my Vietnamese name Chi, but they cannot pronounce the word Chi correctly.
Oh.
They tend to pronounce it like chi, so the ch sound is very round. But in Vietnamese, there's no sound like that. It's just chi, very soft, right?
Yeah.
So so I was like, please call me by my English name. Please call me by my English name. That is easier.
What is your English name, teacher?
It's actually longer than my Vietnamese name. Yeah, I go by Catherine for my English name. Catherine.
Wow.
Yeah.
Catherine. What name is
Catherine.
Catherine. Oh,
Yeah.
I want to remember.
You want to remember that? Thank you. I used to do that when I work with foreigners a lot, but then but after a while it gets confusing for both the students and the teacher.
Oh.
Like they ask me why did you choose such a long name and very difficult to pronounce?
It's nice name. I like.
It's a very beautiful name. I like it too. But like, yeah, they were not very comfortable with pronouncing my English name. So I just go back to my Vietnamese name. Please call me Chi. but then the way they pronounce my name is quite uncomfortable to me because it almost sounds like cheese. It's almost sound like cheese.
Oh, cheese. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of uncomfortable. And if I add my middle name, and if I add my middle name, it would be like this, and they would call me food.
Yeah, actually, yeah. My real, how to say, my sister, her name is Kimchi. And then my brother-in-law, he asked me, so what is your sister name? I said, my sister name is Kimchi. Then they keep laughing. I say, why you laugh like that? Then I remember that, oh yeah, it's a kimchi.
Yeah, it's the type of food. So in Vietnamese, the name.
Beautiful name.
Yeah, it has a beautiful meaning in Vietnamese, but no, for foreigners don't understand the meaning. So they just laugh at it because we are named after food. Yeah, very uncomfortable. That is why I always tell you I don't want to be called by my first name.
Oh.
Right. So sometimes I tell them to call me by my English name, or sometimes I just don't care anymore. I have been hurt so many times.
But I really feel that your English name very beautiful. We
Yeah.
cannot go it softer like
Kath. It's like the short.
yeah, cat.
Yeah, very short. It's like cat or just
Yeah,
cat. It's because because I like cats, so I like this name a
yeah.
lot. Cat. Right. Okay. Next. Right. Here are the conclusion and the signature part of the rescheduling email. You have to thanks the one who received the email for their time and offer an apology. Right. So because you have to reschedule the meeting, it is your fault, right? It is your fault because you have something else to do or because of other reasons. You have to send an apology, or it means that you have to say sorry because you have to reschedule the meeting. Right? And then you also have to thank them for their time, right? Thank them for their time. Say sorry because you caused an inconvenience for them, right? So you always have to be as polite as possible when saying thank you and sorry for everything. And finally, signature. Cái phần chữ ký này rất là đơn giản rồi. Nó có một cái số mẫu câu ký, ví dụ như là best regards, sincerely, right? You have already seen that. Just apply all of them.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so do you understand what you have to do in all of the parts right here?
I think so.
You think so? Right. Right. So we have a template here. Template here là một cái mẫu có sẵn để mình có thể điền bất cứ thông tin nào. Dear name, you write the name of the recipient. And that is the greeting part. Also in the greeting part, you have to tell the objective of this email. Cái mục đích của cái email này là gì? While I was looking forward to our meeting on date at time. Rồi, trong khi tôi đang mong chờ từng ngày đến ngày hẹn của chúng ta vào ngày bao nhiêu đó, vào lúc nào đó. I regretfully, tôi vô cùng hối hận, vô cùng tiếc nuối khi phải thông báo rằng chúng ta phải rời cuộc họp. Tôi vô cùng tiếc nuối khi phải rời cuộc họp này. Rồi, option to explain the reason you can no longer attend the meeting. Chỗ này là mình đưa thêm cái lý do để mình giải thích coi là tại sao mình phải rời cuộc họp. Ở đây nó ghi chữ option means that you can or you can write the reason or you can like drop the reason. Yeah, you can just ignore it. But I would like to, if I was the recipient, I would like to know the exact reason why, right? It is more professional that way. Rồi, I am still very interested in. Ở đây là mình nói rằng mình vẫn rất muốn có cái cuộc họp này để nói, để bày tỏ cái the attitude, cái attitude của mình thôi. I am available on. Rồi chỗ này là cái chỗ mà mình đưa ra cái khoảng thời gian trống của mình để xem coi họ có phù hợp không. Tốt nhất là mình nên đưa ra từ 2 đến 3 lựa chọn để họ có thể thoải mái chọn những giờ nào cũng được. Rồi. Và đừng quên là mình cũng phải nhắc họ là nếu như mà những khoảng thời gian này không phù hợp với họ thì hãy nói cho mình biết trong cái thư hồi âm. Right. There will be times that you receive an answer like I am not free on the days you offer. I'm so sorry. Vâng, sẽ có những cái trường hợp mà mình nhận được cái thông tin bảo là tất cả những cái giờ mà bạn đưa ra tôi không rảnh giờ nào hết, vậy thì bạn thông cảm cho tôi. Right, so at that time they will offer you another time. Right, so rescheduling through email can be very complicated. You offer the time, they deny, they offer another time, you deny. Sometimes it can happen like that. It is very, very dangerous.
Yeah.
Right. Rồi, I apologize for any inconvenience. Đây, trong cái phần conclusion, phần kết luận, mình xin lỗi và cảm ơn họ vì đã dành thời gian cho mình. Và cuối cùng luôn bày tỏ cái thái độ tích cực của mình đối với người nhận, đó là mong chờ đến cái ngày được gặp. Right. Okay, so this is the template you can follow to write your own email, your rescheduling email.
Thank you.
Yes. Right. So this is what they do based on the template. Đây là họ dựa trên cái mẫu gửi hồi nãy là họ làm ra một cái email như vậy. Right, you can watch this after this lesson, okay? Right. Tips for rescheduling a meeting professionally. Right. Đây sẽ là những cái mẹo để mình là viết một cái thư xin rời cuộc họp một cách vô cùng chuyên nghiệp. Rồi. Use a descriptive subject line. Okay. Okay, so you can actually will see this when you finish this class. Okay, this is very long. Nếu như mà cái này em chỉ giải thích cho chị thôi thì nó sẽ khá là dài và nó khá là nhàm chán. You can watch this after the lesson. If you have anything, you can ask me anytime. Right? Rồi, một số tip quan trọng như em có thể chia sẻ đó là consider a phone call for last minute cancellation. Hủy giờ họp phút cuối thì hãy cân nhắc đến việc gọi điện thoại, như vậy sẽ lẹ hơn là gửi email. Rồi. Hoặc là bây giờ mình tiện với nhau hơn thì mình có thể gửi tin nhắn qua những cái group chat nếu như có người ta ở trong đó. Nhưng mà thông thường thì người ta sẽ không thích cái group chat bởi vì nó dễ trôi tin nhắn và nó giống kiểu như đại trà quá cho nên người ta không thích. Nó sẽ lẫn lộn với các cái tin nhắn khác của người ta, vậy thì hãy sử dụng cuộc gọi thì sẽ dễ hơn. Rồi, always offer specific date and time to reschedule. Lúc nào cũng phải có ngày giờ cụ thể, ngày nào, tháng nào và vào giờ nào để người ta biết đường, người ta sắp xếp. Rồi. Using first name. The use of first name in English-speaking business environment is common. Rồi, though it is not the practice everywhere, even senior managers are addressed by junior staff using the first name in some office. Đây, first name là cái tên của mình, tên đúng không ạ? Tên gọi, tên đích danh. Ở một số chỗ thì người ta sẽ ưu tiên cái việc gọi tên họ hơn. Nhưng mà giả sử như có nhiều người mang cái họ đấy thì gọi cái tên họ đấy nó rất là khó khăn. Vậy thì người ta coi là lại có những chỗ người ta ưu tiên gọi bằng tên đích danh để khỏi bị lộn. Đó. Right. So, would you like to be called by your first name or your last name?
I like to be called by my middle name.
Oh, because it's easier to pronounce, right? Okay, right. Just like we talked earlier, you like to be called by your middle name. I like to be called by my first name and English name because both of them are very easy to me. Very easy. Right. Okay, so here are some phrases, some situations you use the sentences to ask them to call you what you like. It's a pleasure to meet you, blah blah blah, something like that. Rồi mình nói là mình hân hạnh được gặp người nào đấy, xong mình xưng hô tên họ người ta ra. Nếu như người ta không thấy thoải mái thì người ta sẽ sửa lại ngay, còn nếu như người ta thoải mái thì người ta sẽ gọi tên mình luôn. Rồi trong trường hợp mà mình thắc mắc muốn biết mình nên gọi người ta như thế nào mà một cách lịch sự, do you mind if I call you Caroline? Đó, mình xin phép được gọi người ta bằng tên gọi, tên đích danh. Còn nếu như mà mình không biết họ người ta như thế nào thì mình gọi là what can I call you? How should I address you? Something like that. Rồi, cái này đơn giản rất là thông thường. Please call me, something like that. Right. Okay, so I guess this listening test you can do at home, right? Can you do it at home? Yeah, okay, because we don't have enough time. I have another thing to attend to at 3 today, so
don't worry, I can do. Can you help me delete all the answer in the how to say
in the homework? Yes, okay, I'll delete all the answers in the homework and I will send you the file again so that you can
I thought I already have it.
What?
I thought you already sent me everything.
Yeah, I send you everything, but like those files are not like have the answer. I have to send you again.
Oh, okay. Thank you, teacher.
Right. Okay. Okay, so I have something to attend to at 3, so I'm sorry I cannot go longer. So
okay, thank you very much, teacher.
Đúng rồi, những cái phần sau này nó chỉ là cái phần bài tập thôi, mình xem cũng được nhé chị nhé, phần bài tập thôi mình xem, có những cái bài nào mà mình cảm thấy mình làm được thì mình cứ làm, còn không thì cứ xem thôi. Okay, right. Thank you so much. I have to go now. I will
see you tomorrow.
Yes, I'll see you tomorrow. We will study the new unit next time. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Right.